We're ready to start Chapter 8 on page 116, but I want to point something out first. In your packet, you were given the pictures that were on the Ferris wheel from page 102 in the book that I'm reading. I invite you to turn the page. It's a puzzle, it says, for page 114, and it has all of the words for the pictures on the Ferris wheel cars. Okay? So this will help you in solving the puzzle with Winston and his friends. Another team walked past. Winston thought one of the girls was Chrissy Huang, who had been trapped in the ladies' room back at the farm. That would make this the new Easton team. They were staring up at the ride and deciding what to do next. Winston took a few steps away to make sure they couldn't hear him. "Look," he said to his team in a low whisper, pointing at the paper. "Look at rhino and horn. All the letters in horn are also in the word rhino. If you remove all those letters, there's only one left." "The letter I," said Mr. Garvey. Winston continued. "You can do that with every pair of words across from each other. Faces and safe. Take the letters from safe out of faces." "You get the letter C," said Jake. "Winston, you did it." Mr. Garvey said, "What word do you get when you solve every pair?" Would you please pause the video right now so you could work on that? I'm not going to start a new video since this was just half of a page of reading. Did you get a word? Kind of tricky. Winston said, Icarus. Isn't that a word, something out of Greek mythology, right? Mr. Garvey nodded in agreement. Right, I know this one. He was the son of Daedalus. I don't know that name. The two of them made wings out of feathers and wax so they could fly. Daedalus warned Icarus not to get too close to the sun because the heat would melt the wax and his wings would be destroyed. But Icarus forgot what his father told him, and he flew higher and higher, and of course the sun melted his wings, and he fell right into the sea. Jake turned on the computer, began pushing buttons. "This has to be right," he said, typing in the answer. He stared tensely at the screen for a moment, then beamed with happiness. "That's the answer!" There were high fives all around. Mr. Garvey actually took 2 steps for the exit before he stopped and smacked his forehead. "Ugh! Mal is still on the Ferris wheel." "Let's just leave him behind," Jake said. "Don't tempt me." Mr. Garvey shielded his eyes, trying to find Mal on the ride. "I can't believe this. Here's our chance to pull ahead of a few more teams, and we're stuck here. Where is he?" "Other teams have kids on the ride, too," Winston said. "If they solve the puzzle, they'll be just as stuck." Small constellation. He scowled at the ride. Not constellation, small consolation. Nothing to do but wait. He kept scanning the Ferris wheel as if maybe he could climb up the outside of it and carry Mal back down. They stood there a few moments, and then Winston said, "Can we go look at the games?" He pointed at the carnival booths a few feet away, kids lining up to throw darts at balloons and squirt water guns into the gaping mouths of clowns. "Stay just where I can see you," Mr. Garvey said. "The second Mal steps off that ride, we're running for the gate. We're going to leave Lincoln Junior High in the dust." He kept glancing over at Rod Dunham and his kids. Any minute now they might discover the solution and start cheering. Of course Lincoln had a kid on the Ferris wheel too. Even if they solved the puzzle, they couldn't get anywhere. Jake and Winston promised they wouldn't stray far and walked over to watch a couple of little kids try to catch plastic fish with a long pole. "Do you think we might win this?" Jake said. Winston shrugged. "If I was going to bet money, I'd have to put it on Brendan Root's team. They're way out in front." Only one puzzle ahead. There are 6 puzzles. Being one puzzle ahead is pretty good. Well, you hear the dog scratching at the door. She's just going to wait. A little girl caught a fat purple fish and claimed a tiny stuffed animal as her prize. She jumped with delight, and then she and her mother walked away. I used to love these games, said Jake. Now they're just kind of boring. My puzzle is still here, though, Winston said, gesturing to one of the booths. Your puzzle? What? I spotted it years ago. Come on. Winston led Jake down to a different game. A couple of teenagers were using long-barreled rifles to shoot at targets. The booth was done up like a sheriff's office in an old western. Posters on the back wall showed a bunch of villains and the reward you could theoretically get for capturing them. So if you look in your booklet on the next page, here are the wanted posters. It says it's from page 119. Winston said, "Which 3 bad guys have rewards that total to exactly $100? I'm going to stop this video here for you to solve this one. It's a really easy one, so I'm not going to make a different video for the solution. I'll just let you know right when I start reading again.